We've got 5 major pentatonic patterns, 5 minor pentatonic patterns. How do you remember them? Well, I've come up with a way. It seems to be pretty helpful for me. I want to show you. Let's find a D root on the bass string, play it with the pinky. If you do a D major pentatonic starting there, 3 notes on each string, and just do bass and middle for now. That's your major pentatonic, and that goes along with a major L shape. You can also put that pinky on the root on the bass string at 7 and do a minor pentatonic. And this goes along with a minor L. But whether you're doing the major or the minor, you still have a pinky on the bass for your root. Not that you have to use that fingering, but for me, that's the default fingering system. The 4 fingers per string. I certainly deviate quite a bit. Now, that same root that I was doing with the pinky, if you instead do it with the index finger, you now get some more stuff. So here is a major pentatonic with the index finger on the root here on the bass at 7. And this is the one that goes along with our extended slant major. Here's the minor. The major, the minor, I'm starting to put in the melody string without even thinking. So that takes care of, we got 5 major pentatonic patterns, 5 minor. We just took care of, we have a total of 10 shapes. We just took care of 4 of them. So the pinky on the root, which is on the bass at 7 major, minor. Put your index finger on that same note. You got your major, minor. All right, now in between the L and the extended, whether it's major or minor, in between these 2 shapes, there's those transitional pentatonics. Now this is cool. If your middle finger is on that same root note, that's your major. But if the ring finger is on that note, this is going to be your minor. Now this is pretty cool, and you're going to see this echoed somewhere else. The middle finger on that root gives you your major. The ring finger on that note gives you the minor. Well, that right there just took care of 2 more. So of the 5 major and 5 minor, totaling 10 shapes, we just figured out 6 of them. All right, we only have 4 more. And the cool thing is we've taken care of the L's, the extended slants, and the transitions between them. So now we've just got the slants and the transitions that work with those. So we've got to deviate. We have to leave this root now. We've got a lot of use out of this. Just knowing that root gives you 6 patterns. Here they are from left to right. Major. Here's minor. So now we have to look to the root that's on the middle string. And it's for D stuff, it's going to be this 3 on the middle. What's cool here is, for the way I finger and play, if I put my pinky on that, here's my major pentatonic. pinky is on the D, the root on the middle. And that goes along with this major slant. Now if I do a minor, pinky starts there, but you get this. But in both cases, it's the pinky. This is a wonderful way to remember this. And both of these go with the slants. So the major starts with the pinky on the root middle, and the minor starts with the pinky on the root middle. Well, we only lack 2 more pentatonic patterns. So remember up here we had an L and an extended, and whether it's major or minor, there's transitional forms between the L and the extended. Well, that same kind of situation's here. Whether you're going major or minor, between the slant and the L, you have a transitional pentatonic. And it's exactly like what happened up here. If you think about the transition up here, if the middle finger was on the root, it was a major. And if the ring finger was on the root, it was a minor pentatonic. Same thing here. If your middle finger is on the root, on the middle string for major, and that goes along with that major slant. If your ring finger is on that same note, you get the minor. And that goes along with the minor slant. And I'm going to use different fingerings, but this is kind of a default way to group these. So here's the whole thing. Notice I'm not doing open position right now because I kind of consider open a separate thing as far as learning. So for your major and your minor L's, pinky on the bass on the root, major, minor. For the extended minor or major, index on that same root, major, minor. For the transitional pentatonics between, middle finger on that same root gives you the major. Ring finger is going to give you your minor. Okay, so now we just got to deal with the 2 major pentatonics around the major slant and the 2 minor pentatonics around the minor slant. So if your pinky is on this root on the middle string, that's major. You can also keep your pinky there and do the minor. So that's your minor or the major. Now finally, the transitions that exist between this open L and this slant. I know we didn't do that open L, but it's there. If your middle finger's on the middle string root, you get a major pentatonic. If your ring finger is on that, you get a minor. Now, everything I did up here at 7 can be moved down here to the open once you understand that. But the benefit of avoiding the open at first is you have all these movable shapes. So for every one of these, and yes, there's 5 major and 5 minor, you got to think about where's your root? Is it on the bass or the middle? And if the root is on the bass, are you going to have your index there covering the extended slant? Are you going to have your pinky there, which covers the L's? Or are you going to do the middle or ring, which creates those transitional shapes? And if your root's not on the bass, it's on the middle. Now you're going to put your pinky there, or are you going to do the transitional forms, which start either with middle or ring, just like up here? So this is a wonderful way to group this. The way to probably practice this is to do something like practice each of the 10 around the cycle. So for instance, I'll do the L shape where the major, pinky's on the bass on the root, B, E, A, D, G, C, F, B flat, E flat. A flat, D flat, G flat, and then back to B. So you could practice them all around the cycle like that. Yeah, it's going to wear you out for a while, but you spend a short season in your life doing that, and the goal will be no matter where the hand is, no matter what chord is needed, no matter what pentatonic's needed, you're going to know what to do. And these things are all guides for making up meaningful melodies.